videos.
Ted, the police department is suggesting at least that the video is inconclusive.
Yeah.
What is your take on whether it ought to be released?
Well, I think it certainly should be released, but let's just be candid here. Even if you release it and you showed this guy with a gun in his hand, there's still going to be individuals out there who are going to say that the police in some form, shape, or fashion put it in his hands. But just for the purpose of transparency, that video, I agree with Katie, should be released.
Katie, your further thoughts?
Well, I think I need to go a little bit further than Ted, though. The family of Mr. Scott said there's no gun. They said he was holding a book and there was never a gun. But the police chief says, maybe he doesn't definitively show that he was pointing the gun at the police, but they say that there is a gun and a gun has been recovered. That, in my opinion, is hard evidence that the man was armed at the time, and that goes very far, in my opinion, supporting the official story.
If it in fact shows that, Ted and Katie, it's not just in Charlotte. A deadly shooting by police of a black man in Tulsa has also sparked this nationwide conversation. And just a short time ago, that Tulsa police officer was just charged with first-degree manslaughter. Earlier today, Attorney General Loretta Lynch weighed in on the police shootings and riots at a news conference here in Washington.
For the second day in a row, protests in response to Mr. Scott's death took place in Charlotte last night. And for the second day in a row, those protests were marred by violence. This time leaving one person on life support and several individuals injured. An awful reminder that violence often only begets violence.
Ted, in your judgment, is that statement strong enough?
Well, I think it was as strong as perhaps she could put it out there at the time. Perhaps she could have put a stronger statement out. But I do agree with the Attorney General. I think that she had and should have come out, and perhaps maybe she should have come out sooner, and it may have helped to quell some of the violence.
Katie?
No way. She's the top cop of the United States. She should condemn the violence that's going on in Charlotte right now. She should say that rioting and looting does not accomplish anything, and she should urge people to stay calm and peaceful. I would tell everybody, Britt and Ted, read the entirety of what she said. It did not do anything or did not go far enough, I think, for somebody like her.
But the question is, what do you want her to do? Go down there and get between all these demonstrators and be there as the law and order person? No, Katie, it doesn't work that way with the Attorney General. She represents the United States of America. She did, in fact, put out a statement, and it is what it is.
Katie, last word.
I think it's a neutered statement. I think that she could go really far. As an African-American woman who's the Attorney General of the United States, she could go farther and say, stop rioting, stop looting, but she doesn't say it. She calls for crowd mediation. What is crowd mediation? I don't even know what that is.
Okay, Katie. Okay, Ted. Thanks both of you very much. We will continue to monitor the situation in Charlotte as the sun begins to set down there, and we'll take you back there live if more trouble breaks out. Now let's get back to the 2016 race. The Real Clear Politics